Hello there, my name is Albert and I specialize in workshop safety. Everywhere I go, people tend to agree that workshop safety is no joke. You see, in safety science, there are two basic ways to perform a task. The wrong way and the right way, of course. Cool, huh? Okay, so when you perform a task the wrong way, it is dangerous, unprofessional and life-threatening. But when you perform a task the right way, in a workplace, it is efficient, it is safe and it meets industrial standards. And that is why in a workshop, we must always carry around our personal protective equipment with us, so that we can reduce the risk of getting hurt. So, personal protective equipment should be worn to minimize the risk of serious injuries. These injuries may be a result of a chemical, physical, electrical, mechanical or other related workplace hazards. So wearing your personal protective equipment is the right way to perform a task. Not wearing personal protective equipment is, well, I think you've figured that out already. These so-called PPEs can be categorized according to different parts of the body, namely the eyes, the ears, the face, the head, hands, feet, and full body, of course. So, let's start off with eye protection. Eye protection is important because of the dust and other flying particles such as metal shavings or sawdust, molten metal, and acid that might splash into your eyes. Also, the intense light such as that created by a welding set and laser cutting is also bad for your eyes. Safety spectacles are one of the PPEs needed to protect your eyes. You wear them for moderate impact jobs such as carpentry, woodworking, grinding, and scaling. Safety goggles, on the other hand, are used for intense jobs such as machining. Goggles protect eyes, eye sockets, and the facial area by blocking dust and splashes. A welding shield is used to protect the eyes and face from burns caused by infrared, intense light, and flying sparks or metal splatter produced during welding, blazing, soldering, and laser cutting. Now let's move on to respiration. A dust mask or a respiratory mask is a flexible pad held over the nose and mouth by elastic rubber straps to protect against dust encountered during wood and metal working or cleaning activities. Moving on, head protection. Head protection should be used to prevent head injuries. Common causes of head injuries include falling objects or bumping your head against fixed objects. A hard hat is a PPE required to do things the right way. Its hard outer shell and shock-absorbing lining protects the head during impacts. Now, ear protection mostly depends on the loudness of the noise and the duration of exposure to that noise. If the noise is loud and you are exposed to it for a long period of time, then use earmuffs, as the other PPEs required to perform such a task the right way. Now, let's move on to foot protection. Safety shoes are durable boots or shoes that have protective reinforcement in the toe region. They are intended to protect the feet from falling objects. Now with regards to hand protection. Gloves should be worn whenever working with welding or corrosive liquids. Every glove is permeable to a chemical. The permeability varies with the chemical being used, the length of time of the exposure, and the thickness of the gloves. And finally, full body protection. Some operations in the workshop, like handling of corrosive liquids or welding, require rubber or plastic aprons to protect clothing and the frontal area. Remember, safety is the #1 priority, and wearing the right PPEs for a task is more important than the actual task.
Created using Powtoon.